I am going to welcome everyone. It's 12:16 by my clock, so time to get started. If you are at home and have some kind of little candle, I would invite you to uh, have that and go ahead and light it as we start off here.
Thank you.
And if you don't, that's fine too. So, welcome everyone to our chapel today for Imbolc. Imbolc is one of the 4 fire festivals around the pagan wheel of the year. It's one of we call it the cross quarter. We have the equinoxes and the solstices, and then we have the ones that fall in between, and Imbolc is one of those. Imbolc is sacred to the goddess Bridgette. She is a goddess of the hearth fire, goddess of the forge fire, and goddess of the fire in the head, inspiration, poetry, creativity. I want to invite each and every one of you to participate in this. This is a co-created ritual together. And there will be places where you are invited to speak and to call out qualities of elements and directions, qualities or names of the divine. And there is no wrong answer. I can't be more clear. There's no wrong word to say. There's no wrong way to participate here. And if speaking in your heart is how you participate, that's perfect. If talking out loud is how you participate, that is also perfect. So you can't break what we're going to do here today. So I would invite all of you and just ask if you would take a breath with me. And for a moment, just come to your body and feel how your breath is moving in and out of your body. And I would invite you to take another deep breath. And with that breath, allow the rest of the world to take a step back. Allow this time with all of us here together to be our focus. Allow our bodies in this moment to be our focus. And be present here in this moment together. As we are already in sacred space, in our own space, or there in the chapel, I don't feel the need to cast a circle formally. But I do want to start by inviting in the elements and the directions, starting with east and air. We ask for the presence of east and air, communication, inspiration, and the very breath in our lungs that we are breathing. I ask everyone present, what other qualities of east and air do we invite into our midst today? You can pop that in the chat. You can speak it out loud.
Third.
Strong and proud voices, says Pam.
Third.
Yes. Breath of life.
Inspiration.
Inspiration, yes. Wonderful. Welcome, east and air. And we all say, welcome.
Welcome, east and air.
Perfect.
We ask for the presence of south fire.
warmth, passion, and transformation. What other qualities of south and fire do we invite into our midst today?
Passion.
Nurturing womb of the spirit, says Erica.
Anger.
Yeah.
Courage.
Hearth of creativity, says Pan.
Healing. Welcome south and fire.
Welcome south.
And fire.
We ask for the presence of west and water, emotions, the ebb and flow of the tides, and tears of joy and sorrow. And I invite you all, what other qualities of west and water do we invite into our midst today? Love. Compassion.
Cleansing.
Healing, says Pan.
Protection.
The
Yeah.
eternal, sorry, yes. The eternal flow of the river Grace, says Erica.
And all together, welcome,
Welcome,
west
west
and
and
water.
water.
We ask for the presence of north and earth, solid foundation, the planet we call home, and the bones in our body. What other qualities of north and earth do we invite into our midst today?
Grounding.
Service.
Roots and branches. Solidarity.
Wisdom.
Unity with nature, says Erica, and compost, says Pan.
Companionship.
All together. Welcome.
North and earth.
We ask for the presence of the divine that reveals itself to us with faces of the feminine. Remembering that there are no wrong answers, who do we invite into our midst today?
Bridgette.
Saint Hildegard.
Athena.
My grandma.
Yes.
Yeah. Annette.
All together, welcome to
Welcome.
divine feminine.
We ask for the presence of the divine that reveals itself to us with faces of the masculine. Who do we invite into our midst today? And I invite Lou of the many talents.
Wilfred, my grandpa.
Green Man. Jesus.
Hermes.
Brother Christ, says Erica. Taliesin, says Pan.
Saint Francis.
Raymond Jim Bears.
So we say together, welcome, divine masculine.
We ask for the presence of the divine that reveals itself to us with faces that are all genders and none. Who do we invite into our midst today?
Trans women athletes.
I invite Loki and Hermes. Jesus, says Pan.
Mary Magdalene,
The Holy Spirit, says Erica.
my child Juno.
Alex.
Milo,
Joshua,
Simeon.
Together.
welcome.
Welcome, divine, both and neither.
During a poem called A Simple Hope by Julian Yamaika Soto. Last year, the It toy was some kind of beeping computerized egg. The frenzy and desperation reaching for the perfect gift. Sold out everywhere. This egg. Hope can be kind of like that. People strain and struggle for the perfect definition. Is it now? Or future perfect? As in, we will have survived. They argue over whether we even need hope. More present than a maybe. Even when you don't feel it. A healthy hope is the power and beyond that the choosing to stay. Stay with the doubt and fear. Stay with the work it takes to resist. Leave giving up for another day. You could wrestle the words or sensations of hope to the net. Or you could let this moment be enough. Belonging here together be sufficient. Feast on our irrepressible power to stay.
Thank you, Kaden. So I started off by talking about how Imbolc is sacred to the goddess Bridget. And I don't want to talk about Bridget today. Setting Bridget aside for a second, I think she'll understand. What I'm going to talk about today is hope. The purpose of this chapel is hope. The intention of our ritual is hope, and seeing each other is hope. Imbolc has always been about hope for me because it is the time of year where we can go, thank God we made it through the darkest time of the year. We actually are seeing some light now. We actually may be smelling a little bit of spring in that wind. Depending on where you're living, you might be seeing some green, or it could be green in your house because you've started planting seeds for your garden. So there's hope centered around this holiday. And what came to me thinking about Imbolc this year was not a Celtic myth, but a Greek myth, the myth of Pandora. And that box. And it doesn't really matter how Pandora got the box or why Pandora got the box or what the box looked like or felt like. What matters is that she opened it. She opened it in a world that was still so fresh and new. It didn't have anything bad in it. It just had that new car smell in the world. And she opened it, and this cloud of darkness flooded the world. So much came out of that box that it bowled her over. And if you have a candle with you that is lit, or if you have in your heart a candle that is lit, I want to talk about some of the things that are being released onto our world right now. And as you speak what's being released onto our world, just blow out your candle. So I'm going to start and I'm going to say fascism. What else are we noticing is being released upon our world right now?
Hungry.
Dehumanization.
Yes.
Extremist religious nationalism.
Destruction of ecosystems.
Misogyny.
Disregarding others' humanity.
Lawlessness, says Reed. Yeah, that and so much more can take whatever flame of hope we had and make it feel like it's extinguished. It can feel overwhelming. It does feel overwhelming. But the thing about Pandora is that she got knocked over by this big release of negativity, this blast of terrible things that came out of the box. And she dropped the box. But eventually, when it felt like there was nothing left coming out of the box, she picked it up again and she just out of the corner of her eye caught a glimmer, the tiniest, tiniest glimmer. So she looked harder into the box and she found sitting in the corner, very small, the smallest of all of the things that were in the box, but the brightest of the things that were in the box, and that was hope. Hope remained. Hope didn't go out. Hope wasn't smothered by all of those dark things that were in the box with it. And hope isn't smothered here. We have a candle that may look like it's gone out, but we can relight that candle. We can find our hope within ourselves and within each other to light that candle again. So I would invite you that if you have a candle, to relight it. And know that we are all virtually in our hearts, in our heads, lighting our own candles of hope together. And that flame grows. That flame is sustained by each other. And I'm going to speak into being the things that are keeping that flame of hope alive. We've spoken these things that extinguish it. I want to speak even more that keep it alive. I want to speak on community. What else are we feeling is keeping the flames of hope alive among ourselves?
Family, biological and logical.
Yeah. Root says queer organizing. Amen.
Music and laughter.
Empathy, alliance, and tolerance, compassion.
Yeah. Reed also says empathy in the chat.
Being in the streets together.
Weekly gatherings with my friends.
Play.
Yes. Dr. Sabiatana says, my family of choice and those little seeds in soil in my basement getting ready for spring. Absolutely. Han says, large organizations advocating with big voices and dollars, legal action for the good.
Sharing meals with friends, coffee dates.
Children.
Yeah.
Generosity, and feminist and liberation hermeneutics.
I want to lift up each and every one of you here as symbols of hope. Knowing that you exist helps me exist. Han also says, beautiful skies. Yes. And we could go on and on and on, I'm sure, finding all of the beautiful things that maintain these flames of hope within ourselves. And I hope that today we remember that and can look back on this in times when it feels like that cloud of darkness is just ever expanding, that it isn't able to extinguish our flames. Bridgette has a beautiful song for us now.
I'm gonna stand and I invite anyone here to stand with me. They're willing and able. So the words, repeat after me. This is the first line. Is it possible that?
Is it possible that
Something more magical than
something more magical than
we've imagined could happen?
we imagined could happen?
Is it possible that?
Is it possible that
Something more magical than
something more magical than
we imagined could happen?
we imagined could happen?
Is it possible that?
Is it possible that
Something more magical than
something more magical than
we imagined could happen?
we imagined could happen? Is it possible that something more magical than we imagined could happen? Is it possible that something more magical than we imagined could happen? Is it possible that something more magical than
we
imagined could
could
happen? Is it possible that something more magical than we imagined could happen? Is it possible that something more magical than we imagined could happen? Is it possible that something more magical than we imagined that would happen? Is it possible that something more magical than we imagined could happen?
I love that song so much. Thank you, Bridgette. This brings us to closing everything down. It's about that time, folks. So we go in reverse, starting with Kaden.
We thank the presence of the divine that has revealed itself to us with faces that are all genders and none.
Divine, all and none. Thank you and farewell.
We thank the presence of the divine that has revealed itself to us with faces of Oh, the masculine, yes. Masculine, thank you and farewell.
We thank the presence of the divine that has revealed itself to us with faces of the feminine. Divine feminine, thank you and farewell.
We thank the presence of north and earth, solid foundation, the planet we call home, and the bones in our body.
North and earth, thank you and farewell. We thank the presence of west and water, emotions, the ebb and flow of the tides, and tears of joy and sorrow. West and water, thank you and farewell.
We thank the presence of south and fire, warmth, and passion, and transformation.
South and fire, thank you and farewell.
Abs, you're muted.
Gracious. At least once, right? We thank the presence of east and air, communication, inspiration, and the very breath in our lungs. East and air,
Thank
thank
you
you and farewell. Friends, it has been beautiful to be together today to celebrate the turning of the season towards spring, to celebrate the fact that there is hope, and to celebrate together in community. May your day be blessed. Blessed be.
Before we go, thank you, Babs and Bridgette and Andrew and Kaden for your leadership today. It means a lot. We dedicate all of our chapels to the visiting students with us, the possible students, potential students. We're gonna have a little bit of lunch and nosh, and then back here for a little panel discussion. Next week chapel is gonna be all about love. We're gonna try to shift our gears a little bit and talk about love of earth, love of neighbor, love of children, love of each other, and please come and celebrate that special occasion with us in chapel. So thank you all for being here, and especially our leaders today. We're so proud of our united pagan community. And so blessings, blessed be.
Blessed be everyone.
Blessed be. Thank you.